What's up, guys? Another episode of Renekton Top Play. This is in the Division Silver 4. I know it's pretty low of a division, but it's the only clip I'm able to get, so I'm going to go ahead and commentate through it for you guys. So that way I can let you guys know exactly what was going through my head. I didn't record this match. This is a ranked match and everything, but I didn't record it on accident. It was late, and yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and commentate over it right now. So it's not gonna be live, but I mean, I could tell you everything that was going through my head at this point. Obviously at this point I was minimized looking at this web browsing like Reddit or some shit. But the matchup is gonna be Renekton versus Elise, which is a pretty odd matchup. I don't even know if Elise is a good top. When I saw it, I was like, the fuck? This could either go really good or really bad. So right here I'm minimized. As you can see, they're actually closing in on me on the map. So thank God they did not do a proper invade, because if you watch, I almost get caught, and definitely would have gave away first blood. I ended up getting first blood, so it definitely would have made the game a little different. Not a huge difference, but you'll see. So while we're sitting here, I'm just gonna wait for a second and tell you guys. Actually, yeah, right. Look. Okay, so he catches me with a net here. I think it's just him at this point. I don't see anybody else. So I stand here like I'm gonna hit him, and I start chasing him. And sure enough, I see that. And once I see that, I dip. I am gone. There's no way I was gonna stay there. So I was like, "Fuck it, just let him have the red or the blue." It's not that big of a deal. My team doesn't want to invade, take their red, so I go ahead and just go to top. I ward there just to make sure that they're not gonna actually gank me real early. So it's just like as a precaution. So right here I'm building up rage, which is a good thing. Elise is gonna actually, I noticed that he's coming, so I try to cut her off. She's too scared to confront me, so she indeed goes back around, takes the long route, missing a couple more CS. She actually decides to come here, so I get a good hit. There you go. Get a good double hit on her. Right now I have over half rage, and for those of you that don't know, you hit really hard when you have over rage, over 50% rage, especially on someone like Elise. It will hurt. So right here I grab the dash. Look at that. Wow, the damage on that. I mean, I know she's level 1, but still, I literally almost one-shot her. She's already calling for help, as you can tell. So right here, what I like to do is Renekton, especially versus people like this that I just dominate, is I like to push, to their tower, so that they have to get creep under the tower, which is, it's not hard, like it's not impossible. You can do it. It just makes it more difficult. Right here, I missed a couple CS like a retard. As I said, I'm not playing perfect. I'm not a perfect player. So as you can still tell, she's still pretty scared. You see Lux coming up. I had no idea she was coming up. My ward just fell off. So this could potentially be bad. So I dash here, get a couple hits off, and I see Lux, and I dash this way, and sure enough, she throws her stun, which completely misses. And I even bought a flash out of Elise. So now her flash is down. I'm perfectly fine. I was a little bit hesitant on knowing where Jax was, and I thought Lux was just gonna come around. So I was kind of sticking right here for a second, but I had a feeling that I could throw out a good combo of a flash dash stun, and then kill her. You'll see in just a second. Right here, it's a good way to confuse people. You just flash dash stun, easy kill. There's no way she could have potentially got away, unless she was quick enough to react to go into spider form and go up into the sky, which I don't think. I mean, that was pretty quick. So as you can see, I definitely got the kill. First blood there. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward it just a little bit. You can see Elise coming back. I like to push, knowing that she's gonna come back. I like to push one more time to her tower before I back, just so she has to really farm. It gives her like no farm, which is amazing. So here I go and I'm backing. You can see Jack kind of heading top, but not that big of a deal. I think at this point I buy. Let's see, what did I buy? I bought a long sword and a pickaxe. So I'm building into the Tiamat, which is obviously the best way to go into for damage wise, especially when you're ahead like this. It's the number one thing you go into, especially with Elise. You just wanna totally dominate Elise. So as you can tell at this point, she is very scared of me with how much damage I'm dishing out to her, which is amazing. I like playing Renekton just because you scare people like this, you know. Look at her, she doesn't want to come near. So I'll take a hit from here, not the big of a deal, doesn't hurt. Jax is all the way at the bottom, as you can tell. And I think I did actually end up buying a ward. No, I didn't buy a ward. I was so confident in this match that I didn't even buy a ward. I think I just ran out of money. I was like, fuck it. It doesn't really matter. I didn't expect Jax to come. And even if Jax did come, I think I could potentially get away because this Elise was not a very good player. I'm sorry, Elise. So right here, you just creep square. I probably should have pushed the tower at this point, just to make her farm underneath the tower, but I was going to see if she would come close to see if I could actually get a gank. She ends up staying like that the whole way through until I actually get to her tower, which is perfectly fine. And I go ahead and throw a temporary ward into there and come back up. So here we go, we meet again. Now while you're under her tower, you can definitely get a couple of pokes in. See with the Q, you don't necessarily need to take a tower hit, but as you can tell, I could tell she was very squishy, so getting just one or two fucking, you know, skill shots in, not skill shots, but 2 skills would definitely hurt. At this point, I think I am level, yeah, I decide to pop my ult when she gets near me, and I actually take her down again. She could actually went to the sky right there, but there's no way she was living this. I could have tanked at least a couple more tower hits easy. But she could have made it very difficult if she went to the sky. So here I am taking down the tower. No one has come to mess with me yet. I think that might have been a little bit of Jax's fault. So here I go. What did I end up buying this time? I ended up buying... I finished my Tiamat, and I'm actually building into my Ninja Tabbies this time. But I decided to actually go middle, because it looks like middle was pushed up very far. So I decided to get an easy gank, and sure enough, she has no wards. And I'm coming down here. And sure enough, here I am. Easy. Easy. Easy kills. So I think at this point I'm 3-1 or 3-0, and I am dominating right now. Just absolutely dominating. Let me see if I am 3-1. I'm actually 2-1. I got 2-0. I got an assist for that. Jax, this is pretty funny. Jax comes up and stuns me, but for some reason I decided to just turn on him, and we absolutely destroy him. I think that was actually my 3-0. Yeah, he just totally got dominated. I've never really seen a Jax go down like that. I don't know if he just didn't have the right runes or what. What level is he? He's level 6 and I'm 8. I guess maybe that might be a difference. Big difference. Levels do make a big difference in here. So here I go, just farming some creep. The best thing Renekton is good at is farming with the Tiamat. Tiamat does so much AoE that you just want to use it to farm. I mean, every time I finish a game, like a somewhat long game, it's like not even long actually, like 30 minutes, I usually have about 250 farm. And at that point, kills don't really even matter. Like I have so much farm that it just makes up for it. Also, another good thing that I don't know if, you know, a lot of people discovered this, or they probably have because it's really simple, but if you use the Tiamat or your Hydra before you use your Q on Renekton, you can actually get both of them off at the same time without using like a global cooldown. And what I mean by that is like whenever you use your Q first and then you try to spam your Tiamat, you can't use it at the same time. It's like it takes like a second or two, and then you use your Tiamat. But if you use the Tiamat first, like you use the Tiamat first and then literally use the your Q right after that, it will cast at the same time. So it's like kind of like a nuke. It's really cool. Takes a lot to get into. But yeah, so here actually Jax starts coming up. He decides to come help, but I see him with my ward coverage. I have so much money, so I'm able to do this. I'm just trying to play with him, see what he's trying to do. He actually wards that top bush, the top middle bush right there. And I figured he did. So I came down here, and I see him right here. So I decided to wait in this bush because I think he's going to come down. I did not know they had a ward right here, but then I saw him do that. And when I saw him do that and he's waiting in the bush over there, I knew exactly that he had a ward in here, but just in my head, I could have got away really easy. but I decided not to because I didn't figure he had a ward here. So you see him closing in on me. So right here I know I'm screwed, so I just might as well try to fight it out because I see Poppy coming up. So I said let's just try to, you know, try to dish this out. They end up getting me right here, which sucks. They're both very low, but Poppy ends up getting a double kill, but a very sloppy double kill. Very sloppy. He sits there, and then look at this. Very sloppy. Even gets killed for it. So that definitely was not worth it. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. So I come back up, trying to get some revenge. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Get a good farm right there. I think at this point I'm potentially at 106 farm, and this is the 13-minute mark. So it's pretty good, doing really good. I think everybody else is. The highest person is Caitlyn on my team, and I'm ahead of our ADC too. That's really good, really good. So here I'm trying to push. I understand that Jax is actually. I think I noticed that he's down there at the bottom. They killed him, so I was like, all right, let's push. You know, this girl can't do anything to me. I always want to push, especially when you know that no one's around. But she does pretty good at fending me off. So I decided to actually get a couple hits right here. Walk back out, no big deal. I know she's a little bit stronger than usual. I don't have armor at this point, which is what I need, so she wouldn't be able to touch me if I had armor. So I decided to come down. I think I do. I'm waiting for a gank, obviously, right? Not a gank, but you know. Just clearing the minion wave. I see Kassadin coming up, if you can notice right there. And now I know this is probably the time to engage. So I go ahead and sit in this bush and pop my ult. Wait for a good time, and here I go in. She actually gets on the other side of the tower of me, so it's really bad. I didn't even get my double dash. She definitely would have died if I had my double dash. That was horrible. He actually tries to go in, but ends up not getting her. So I turn around and just say, fuck it, let's just get the tower. It's better than nothing. So me and Kassadin end up getting this tower. I think we get it and we see Jax for a second. No big deal. We walk back out. Safe. As you can tell, I try to get these golems every time. They are a lot of money. Shows up as 2 CS on your score, but it's good money. And you fuck over their jungle by doing it, especially if he's one that clears his whole jungle and he's good at doing that. So I end up back in here. Now I'm going up middle to actually start to make some plays. I notice there's a lot of fighting over here on the right side, so I decided to go over and investigate. But I think I'm a little bit too late. See, they end up killing 2 of our friends, I think. But now I notice that they're right there, and I have a feeling that someone's gonna come right here. So I hide behind this brush, and sure enough, Luck pokes her head out, and we gank her. We do really good. Grab her easy. So then I come up here and start hitting it, and I notice the Sivir is right underneath us, and I'm like, okay. So I think she was probably trying to ward us off this tower, or try to get us off this tower. It didn't really work because I mean we still hit it. She stayed, and as you can tell, we noticed. So I was like, yo, let's go get her. Ping her right there. So I start heading down. You see Jax coming up from behind us, but we don't notice that. So we're still chasing her down here. We're getting really close. Caitlyn's actually even closing on her. So I decided to flash and try to stun her. She uses her shield, but we end up getting her still. I think at this point, I ended up getting that kill. At this point, I am 4-1. The one death was very unusual. I usually don't die to something like that. I do actually have armor though this time. Armor and a giant belt, so I'm pretty beefy at this point. So I decided to go up in the jungle, ward it, see if I can get any kills. And I noticed that Lux is all by herself, and I'm pretty tanky, so I ping it. I'm gonna go around her while my team closes in on her. And sure enough, I force her. I didn't need an ult here, but I forced her to kind of hesitate. So we end up getting a kill there. I noticed Jax come up for some reason. I know I still have my ult, so I decided to tank the tower and see if we can get another kill on Jax. Sure enough, easy kill. I back out perfectly and no harm. So I come up a little bit. So let's get this tower, guys. Let's get this tower. I noticed she comes pretty close, so I say let's get her. You know, got to go to good ult right there. Good double kill, easy double kill. I think at this point I start trolling. I'm like, this game is way too easy. So I start. You shouldn't do this. It's kind of bad sportsmanlike, but what the hell, you know? I don't do it often. I was kind of bored at this point. I am actually 5-1, and I know for a fact that we're gonna win this game. It is that easy. So I start messing with him. It actually gets me a couple kills later on in the game. I think by baiting them. So I'm trying to see if I can get a good jump in here to kill anybody. She flashed and used a heal at that point. I think it was a heal. Let me see. What is she? I don't think it was a heal actually, but she did use her flash. And she didn't need to. So I'm still trolling here. Still trolling. Then I go up and decide to hit the tower a couple. And at this point, Sivir comes up, so I'm like, yo, okay, let me get a couple hits on you. I just want to scare her. Notice that Jack's coming down, so I'm like, alright, let me just cut back down, just to be safe. She gets a good bubble right there. Not that we were under pressure or anything, but it's always good to land those bubbles. I don't need to go back at this point. Like she ends up getting really close. Look, like don't ever do this to rank. He will double dash and he will grab your ass. I do it all the time to everyone. It's really easy. So I see Poppy over there and all of my team over there in the middle. So I'm like, yo, let's go middle. Let's see if we can push this tower. It's only tower up that's on the outside, so might as well, right? Jax is pushed back. I kind of scare him back a little bit. At this point, I'm trolling. I am trolling, seeing without bait. And I do bait a little stun. I'm still trolling, trying to see if he can poke some damage into me. See if I can get him in my face. And sure enough, Lux gets right in my face. Ults me and everything. I still have my ult, so I'm not scared at this point. But I noticed that Jax wants to get the kill, which is awesome. I end up popping my ult. I probably should have just ran away, but once again, we end up killing him. Now I'm just like, wow, like this is definitely silver. So I back, buy my shit. At this point, I'm like, oh, at this point I'm unkillable. I mean, I'm building my spirit visage barely. Game's gonna end right now. I think up here, yeah. See, they're pushing up there. Yeah, and they pretty much surrender at this point. At this point, Renekton playing top, I don't think I've lost. I think I played a total of 5 games with him at top. And I have not lost once. I think the only way I'm going to lose to someone top is if I really get unlucky and I face like a Rise or a Teemo or a Quinn. Those are the 3 champions I really have trouble with. Maybe I'm not at this division, but you know what I mean. But I have trouble with those guys. Other than that, I pretty much dominate everybody else. I mean, you just punish them early game. Like you see, especially this Elise. This is a weird matchup. I don't think you'll see it very often. But yeah, sorry this was not live commentary. I just thought it was too good of a replay to pass up. And I'm actually on my way to gold right now. I think I'm silver 3. No, I was silver 4 in this match, but I'm easily climbing. I just don't do ranked enough where I'd be, you know, easy diamond. I think, you know, at least platinum. But anyways, guys, this is episode 3, Renekton versus Elise, which was very easy, as you can tell. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. Let me know. I'll be happy to answer them, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.